So some weird R&B dude gets over 1 billion views for dropping a song called Romantic Homicide, releases his debut album and goes on tour, only for his car to get impounded and the police find a dismembered and decomposing body in the trunk. Let's have this discussion. Welcome back to Mindset Devil. What if I told you a hit song could come back to haunt the very artist who made it? Because right now in Hollywood, police just found a chopped up body in the trunk of a Tesla. And that Tesla is registered to a 20-year-old R&B star named D4VD. The same guy who gave the world Here With Me and an interesting song called Romantic Homicide. Now let that sink in for a second. Your biggest song is literally called Romantic Homicide, and then a real homicide is tied to your car. Is that just coincidence, or is that the universe echoing back the energy you put out?
Hey, good morning, and it was workers here at Hollywood Tow on Mansfield Avenue who noticed a strong odor coming from that vehicle where human remains were found, a decomposing body, and we're getting new details about this gruesome discovery. Take a look. We're learning that the vehicle involved is linked to Grammy Award-winning singer David, whose full name is David Anthony Burke. TMZ this morning reporting that Tesla registered in Hempstead, Texas to the singer who gained popularity in 2022 after his singles Here With Me and Romantic Homicide went viral on TikTok. Now, that Tesla seen in video being removed from the parking structure here of the tow yard once it was cleared. According to LAPD investigators, the body was found stuffed inside the front trunk of the Tesla. Officers got the call around noon Monday when workers reported a strong odor coming from the vehicle, and when LAPD opened it up, they found human remains sealed in a bag. The car with Texas license plate, investigators say, was towed from the Hollywood Hills area after it was reported abandoned last week, and Fox 11 spoke with one of the tow yard workers about that discovery here.
I heard about it earlier. I did. I heard about it, and it was, pretty shocking, you know? So it's a tow yard, so LAPD's tow yard, so I was here this weekend, so, I don't know. I know there's cars upstairs, a lot of them, so.
And we've been reaching out, checking with LAPD homicide detectives this morning, not commenting on that Tesla being registered to the singer David, who is set to take stage in Minneapolis as part of his world tour that began last month. And back out here live right now, we can tell you the LA County Coroner's Office is working to determine the exact cause of death and the identity of that victim. For now, that's the latest here in Hollywood. I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
According to police, this Tesla had been sitting in an impound yard for a couple days. Somebody reported a foul odor. When officers opened the front trunk, they found a bag with human remains, badly decomposed, chopped into pieces. Let me ask you right quick, what do you even think when you hear something like that? Now, to be fair, police haven't named D4VD or David Anthony Burke, which is the name his parents gave him, as a suspect. At least so far, that is. But right now, he's on tour as we speak. But the optics definitely look crazy right now. So out of pure curiosity, I decided to look at his social media for any potential clues for myself. And some of what I saw has the potential of damaging his defense, should they even be allowed to be used as evidence against him. Like, for instance, on his Instagram account, I came across some morbid-looking photos of him with the expression on his face that just, in my personal opinion, made him look pretty deranged. Now, I'm pretty sure it was most likely for some sort of promo purposes, but I also saw some white button-down shirts laid out on the floor that were covered in red paint to look like they were blood-soaked after a massacre of some sort. And they also had bloody handprints on them to add to the gore-inspired aesthetic. D4VD was in the photo pointing at them, and the caption read, "Custom bloody shirts made by me." In another photo, he is standing in front of a giant piece of art with like a giant 4 in a circle of some sort, and the whole exhibit is wrapped in white bandages that look like they are supposed to appear to be blood-soaked. And then there is also an up-close picture of a smashed white car with the windshield shattered, like from a serious accident, and some sort of pole or something is impaled right in the driver's side, sticking out of the windshield. I don't know if that stuff is abstract art or a bunch of red flags. All I know is these don't make D4VD look the most innocent. Maybe it's just art, or maybe it's a red flag that now looks way too close to reality. And that's where the real message comes in. Words are spells, music is energy. The art you create is the frequency you invite back into your life. If you constantly sing about homicide, post bloody imagery, and wrap your brand in death, don't be surprised when life starts moving in that same direction. So here's the question. Do you think this is just an artist caught in a crazy coincidence? Or do you think D4VD's own energy is pulling him into the darkness he raps and sings about? This case is fresh, and D4VD is currently not mentioned as a suspect. Before I end this, my first thought was, this has nothing to do with D4VD, because when police tow a car in California, they will go through it to record all the items in the car just in case of theft happens at the tow facility after they drop it off. Which means they couldn't possibly miss a body in the trunk, wrapped in bags, especially if the car was being towed for criminal purposes. Then they for sure will check that vehicle thoroughly before it goes to the pound. But if the car is just towed by a towing company over tickets or unpaid fees, then it's likely they won't even go in the trunk unless needed. So it would be possible that the vehicle could end up unsearched at the impound facility. So only one or two things could have happened. Either someone placed a body in a random trunk and it happened to belong to D4VD, or D4VD is responsible for what happened to that victim. What do you think will end up being the case? Drop your guess in the comments below so I can have a cup of coffee and enjoy a good read. And, by the way, if you care about protecting the hip-hop culture, make sure you hit that subscribe button to join our power structure. And I'll catch you in the next one.